Grit City Trees is the city's free street tree program. Applications for the 2022 season are being accepted now through the end of this month. And I'm happy to welcome Community Trees Program Coordinator Lisa Kenny to the show to tell us more about how to participate in this program. Lisa, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Well, let's start off by just tell us a little bit about Grit City Trees and what does the program hope to accomplish?
Yeah, so Grit City Trees is the City of Tacoma's free street tree program, and the goal of the program is to equitably increase Tacoma's tree canopy cover through community tree planting. It's a program that we hope, facilitates tree growth in areas of the city that have little tree canopy cover. So it's one of the handful of programs our urban forestry team runs that will hopefully help us get closer to our goal of 30% tree canopy cover by 2030.
Yeah, that's an important goal, a lofty goal for sure. So are there specific community groups or who are you encouraging specifically to participate in this program?
So what's great is any Tacoma resident can apply for the program. So you can apply as an individual or you can apply as a group of neighbors, which is what we prefer, again, through community tree planting, right? So if you apply as a neighborhood group, we'll actually deliver your trees and all the supporting materials to plant those trees to one central location on your block. If you apply as an individual, we'll just have to ask you to help us out and come pick up the trees at our nursery.
Absolutely, a great incentive to get out and get to know your neighbors and build that community, like you said. So, 2 years ago, I planted 2 Grit City trees at my home, but I would have planted 20 if I had the space.
Sure.
Is there a limited number or a specific number of trees that an eligible applicant can apply for?
So we don't limit the number of trees anyone can request, but through the application review and approval process, when we're looking at applications, we'll only approve people for the amount of trees that will fit in that right-of-way space. So where you'll be planting Grit City trees. And the right-of-way space is typically the space between the curb, if you have it, or the edge of the street, all the way up until your property line. So that is the right-of-way space where you can plant Grit City trees.
Okay, so that explains the definition of a street tree, right?
Yeah,
it's not
exactly.
a tree you plant on your own property, but in that right of way.
Correct.
Well, that's good to know. So are there any other pieces of information folks should know about where they can plant the trees? Do they need to take any steps? Again, assuming that they're eligible after they go through the application process. Any specifics they should know about where to plant? Other than right of way, do they need to call someone before they dig, maybe?
Yeah, so it's required by state law to call 811 before you dig. What's great is that on our Grit City Trees website, there's a tab that's called How do I Participate? There's about 4 steps that people can take to start preparing to apply. Things like, measuring your right-of-way space. Making sure, defining what the right-of-way space is. So there are resources on our website that will help guide you through that process.
That's wonderful. Thank you for helping to find the right-of-way. I know different people call it different things sometimes, so that's good to know. Yeah. Well, Lisa, thank you for joining us today. We've been posting the contact information where folks can find more information throughout this segment, so thank you so much for being here today.